The NFL draft has finally arrived. Crazy stuff going down. Um, I think we had so many trades yesterday that the analysts were like, "WTF, mate?" And and so many different things there. But as always, good morning to both of you. Sean, how are you today?
Better than I deserve.
Najee,
Blessed and highly favored.
very nice, very nice. So let's talk draft. I mean, first and foremost, Fernando Mendoza goes number one. Duh, right? But did you see the immediate commercial right after he was drafted?
No.
If you did not, he says, "Hold on, let me update my LinkedIn." Boom, LinkedIn commercial. Yeah, like just
See,
number one for.
that's what I'm saying, bro. Dudes who have a LinkedIn, bro, you can't be the number one pick. Bro.
I mean,
You're
sure,
meant, you're meant to be business, bro.
just remember he posted national champion on there. It's just it plays into a lot of different things.
Oh, yeah,
obviously,
I get the
like
joke,
that's
the
it.
fun.
You
but-
know who owns LinkedIn?
I honestly I don't, but that's here nor there.
He's just in a certain file.
It's okay. It's okay.
That's all
Oh,
I'm saying.
I gotcha. But yeah. So let's discuss the draft now. The Jets picked what 3 times.
In round one,
3 times in round
Yeah.
one. Okay.
dog.
They went David Bailey.
Just supporting their new franchise quarterback, Geno Smith.
You
They
know,
went Kenyon Sadiq.
That's a big time pick right there.
And then they went Omar Cooper Jr.
Also
So,
a big time one.
I mean, just weapons,
They-
weapons, weapons.
They have that's because they already have Garrett Wilson still. He's one
Right.
of the few that didn't get traded last year. They got Brees Hall, our
Right.
guy.
Right.
And now you give Geno a few more weapons because I mean, look, he was on the Raiders last year. They
Mhm.
did not have very many weapons,
Just one.
and their offensive line was horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which they improved this year before they got Mendoza. But
Well, when we were talking to Brees, he was talking about the O line not being terrible or anything like that. So I mean, you could see some good things.
Geno can still, I mean, like
can
he's
throw the
2 years
ball.
he's 2 years removed from like having a nice season in Seattle. So
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I know he's not the answer long term for him, but as a stopgap until they find their next guy.
Yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
which the Jets are not very good at doing. But at least they got weapons for him, and whoever's coming in next has plenty of options back there, especially if they choose to keep Brees Hall around.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
But
So
that's Sadiq, dude, is a monster.
he's a freak.
And the first thing like Lanning said about him to I listened to Joel Klatt
Sure.
a lot. So the first thing Dan Lanning said to like Joel Klatt is like, yeah, his receiving and his physical capabilities is great. Run his blocking film. So they made a whole cut up of his blocking, and that's just as impressive as the receiving. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, complete.
yeah,
So
freak
let's
of nature.
let's jump ahead here, just as the Cardinals did last night.
I
Jeremiah Love.
Yeah, Chiefs didn't get him. Is what it is. I was wrong.
take some man.
And I think there's some other
But
powers that be that didn't allow that to happen. but
really,
whatever.
they were like all the analysts were questioning why they would go Jeremiah Love.
Best player available.
Sure, but
Um,
I mean,
Like,
end of the day, you need a quarterback.
Not necessarily, because
They got-
that would have been too much of a reach to take Simpson. Now, you're saying like trade back.
Yeah,
more
get
players,
your
then go
value out of it. But Jeremiah Love is
Do you have-
considered to be a game changer.
Yeah, you have him. Like that's just a weapon right there, and that's why I was like, I would have been, if
he wanted to be like the Lions,
if the Chiefs would have,
Sure.
if the Chiefs would have taken Jeremiah Love or whatever, that's why I was cool with it, even though they have Kenneth Walker, because you can't have too many weapons. A running
Oh, I am aware.
most
Very true.
offenses have multiple running backs.
Sure.
That's just how. I mean, not every offense has a Christian McCaffrey, but then again, he gets hurt a lot, so you want to have a good,
Sure.
solid. And so, like, the Cardinals staying there and taking that, obviously the trades that they were offered must not have blown them away.
Sure.
And I think they really probably wanted him a
That's
lot.
fair. That's
They
fair.
were going to take whoever fell to him.
I mean, you have to look at it from a standpoint of where they're at. The
Yeah,
NFC
and that's
West
gonna
is
give
the
them-
NFC
that's
West
gonna
is
give their-
brutal.
fan base a lot more excitement than them
Yeah.
trading back and taking someone else. Most likely. So
Absolutely.
getting a game changer like him in there, and you have an okay quarterback. I mean,
Sure.
Brissett's not he's kind of like a Geno Smith,
Yeah.
journeyman now.
Let's talk Titans. Carnell Tate.
Yeah, that was a big pick.
That's a big deal for
Got to get weapons for Cam Ward.
I mean,
I think that's what he missed last year. Is he didn't have a lot of people
he had
to throw-
nobody.
throw the ball
yeah.
to.
I mean,
Calvin Ridley, but
Bro, if
And
you
then-
don't if you don't get
if he's the only one, then he's going to be taken away.
and then you
most
look
of
at
the time.
their 31st pick. They traded up for Keldrick Folk. That dude is huge.
That guy's he never, from what I was looking at with him, is absolute toolsy, massive body,
as
freaking
long
nature.
as he is healthy.
Yeah, but he just wasn't able to put it all together at Auburn, which Auburn has
Well-
been dicey the last few years anyway. So there's probably a culture thing there.
We had a
but-
foot issue.
Well, yeah, and then injuries, but
His first 3
he
years
could
were
never
off the charts.
he couldn't find consistency there.
Yeah.
From but he's got all the tools to be an absolute stud. So I mean, end of the first round,
Let's go.
yeah.
Let's
I
go.
mean, and if you really loved him in the pre-draft process, you might as well.
They showed Robert Saleh just after they made the phone call, and he's just like, I need to run stairs right now. Just so jacked up. I mean, you look at some of that stuff, and he's super hyped, and nothing but the best for him because he's been an awesome coach for the Niners. But he's doing
getting another shot at a head coaching.
he's
gig.
doing some cool stuff. I mean, he's got a young quarterback. He went out and got a great receiver with great hands. They made a comment that he's not the fastest, but he's gonna be wide receiver number one, which he's never ever had to be.
Look. He's an Ohio State wide receiver. What do they do in the NFL?
Dominate.
They produce. They produce.
Ohio State receivers. So
Yeah,
that's
and then-
he's gonna be good.
Let's jump down to the New York Giants. This is the first time in much of John Harbaugh's career that they've had picks in the first round this high. So they pick Arvell Reese. Okay. Sexy Dexy. Now I'm going to have somebody that can blow up the middle and run all over the place. Okay. I mean, I like that. I like that pick.
I think he could have definitely gone higher than that. So
Oh,
him
yeah.
falling to them at 5 and them not having to trade up for him, that's best player available.
Beautiful.
And that's what the Ravens always, when Harbaugh was that's what the Ravens always did too. It was almost like they didn't usually move around very much, and they just would take the best player available that fell to them.
That's an absolute stud.
Yeah.
And then we go down to their Francis.
Magoa.
I love the
Matt
name, bro.
Magoa?
That's the one thing.
Magoa?
That's the one thing I love about the draft, bro. It's all the different names that people have to pronounce. It really makes you.
Francis Magoa.
Let me see how good your English truly is. Can you sound
Maui
you
Goa
look
is
at-
not
You
English.
you look at
well,
you
how
look
good
at-
your enunciation
Yeah.
is?
now we're building to protect Dart.
Yeah.
And
No, that's-
and give Scattaboo somebody to bounce off of.
Yeah.
Dark to protect himself.
Scattaboo
can.
Scattaboo can too. They're both.
That
No,
was
no,
that was
no,
so
Sc-
unfortunate when he got hurt last
They're the
year.
crazy crash bros, man.
No,
We
but
know
see, the
that.
problem is one crash pro went down with a concussion. So
Well,
Yeah.
he wrecked it.
Now-
broke his ankle.
Now the Chiefs trading up for Mansour Delane, number
Yeah.
one cornerback in the draft.
They had to have. They must have gotten some intel that somebody was going to take him before, because all the mocks I was looking at had them taking him at that number 9 pick.
Sure, but here's my question. If they hadn't moved up, you're looking at to my knowledge, I think the Commanders would have taken Delane all day long. But they did receive the freak show Sonny Styles. That is going to be huge for their linebacking core. Automatic Mike, ready to rock and roll. I mean, just wow. And then you look at Jordan Tyson with the Saints. The Saints stayed still. Cool. You know, like
Really,
I
you
think they don't have a great quarterback to just throw him the ball, but he's gritty.
I think one of the biggest takeaways is you look at all these Ohio State picks in the first 12 picks, and you're like, how did they not win the national title?
Who?
Ohio State.
Right. We are we won't go down that.
Yeah.
road.
Okay.
We can.
But
That's stupid.
That's stupid.
the Browns pick up Fano, which is somebody that I know was on the Niners Niners lookout. Good thing they're trying to protect, whether it's going to be Deshaun Watson or Shadur.
You got to protect Deshaun in other ways.
You got to protect.
Actually,
you
you
got
gotta
to
protect people from
especially
Deshaun.
from the blind
Give
side.
it to.
Hey. Sometimes I get a good one in there. Sometimes I get a
give
good
it
one
to
in there.
Shadur, bro. Listen, Shadur is supposed to be the quarterback of the Browns, bro.
Now-
we all know that, bro. Let him be the quarterback of the
I
Browns.
don't say we all know that. Like it's
Bro, it's
some
a fact,
common
bro.
knowledge. Man.
It is. Bro.
So
It's not.
here's the thing.
Oh, what?
Big game changer.
What did he do?
The
We don't
Dallas
have to get into
Cowboys.
this right now, but
I
what
would
did he
love
do
to.
last year? What did he do last
Did-
year?
how many?
Who?
Shadur.
Shadur to
How many opportunities did he really
Hey,
get
this
to?
is this
He
is
got
another
6
day. This is
games.
another
Oh.
day. Another day. We're talking about the draft.
he fell to the 5th round for a reason.
There's a reason.
Jesse asked, who did the 49ers take in the first round?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Caleb Downs going to Dallas. That is a sweetheart deal. Dallas traded up to grab him. I'm an Ohio State fan. I hate the Cowboys. It's just in my blood, but damn. Like I'm excited to see what he can do. Not against my team, but against everyone else. Now we're talking to about your Dolphins. Oh, look, they're trying to protect Malik Willis.
Yep, we got or Ewers. We don't know who it could be yet.
gonna
Caden
be
Proctor.
Malik.
It's going to be Malik.
Don't even
dude.
bring
No,
up
no, no,
Ewers,
Yeah, Ewers.
bum.
Yeah. Anyways,
No, tripping.
the surprise pick of the entire NFL draft, Ty Simpson going to L.A. They're like, why? But at the end of the day, L.A. feels like they needed him. They informed
And let me tell you,
Stafford.
I think it was a good thing for them to pick him up. Honestly, as a quarterback, young quarterback coming from a powerhouse like that, going under someone like Matthew Stafford who can really teach you the game, like that was good. I feel like that was a good.
But
pick
are
for
you
them.
wasting a first-round pick on a guy where you are ready to win with Matthew Stafford?
Because
You wasted a first-round pick not to make an impact right now, but to, I mean,
That's-
is Ty Simpson a first-round pick to you? I think he would have been an
Skill.
early second.
Skill wise, he probably is a 1st-round pick. The biggest drawback on him that people were saying was size wise, which I don't think really matters in today's NFL that much. But it's but arm accuracy, arm strength, it's all there. The problem is that he only played 1 full year of starting. That's the biggest
Right.
red flag on him. So for him to land in a place that he doesn't have to start right away and he gets to learn the offense, sit behind a legend.
yeah,
And I would assume them trading up right there to take him that high, I would assume some of these other mid-teens to 20s picks who don't have their franchise quarterback locked down or have a quarterback aging towards the end, we're probably looking at it more than people think.
I mean,
'Cause
that's
let's be real.
fair.
Let's be real. Like you can look at all the mock drafts you want, but at the end of the day, they still don't know everything. These insiders know some stuff, but we saw it last year. All these insiders thought Shadur was going to go in the 1st round, fell to the 5th round.
Yeah.
I thought he was
And at
so
the end of the
normal.
day, the NFL front offices know what they want, and other front offices know what other front offices want. So you look at some of these other teams, like I don't think the Ravens were going to take him.
No.
But who knows? New coach.
No.
Maybe Lamar is out. Who knows?
maybe he comes to
um,
Miami.
Lamar
You
is
know,
not, here, hold on.
Detroit, Jared Goff.
Lamar
I don't know.
Lamar is not out because of who they picked the next pick.
I know, but
the most,
but remember who got picked before him? Ty Simpson. So,
sure.
Then you have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They have Baker Mayfield, but he hasn't necessarily I love Baker Mayfield, but he hasn't necessarily done anything to prove that he's the long-term guy there, right? He's definitely good for right now, but they might be wanting to pick Ty Simpson, have him sit behind Baker Mayfield for a year.
I could see that.
You had another team like Eagles quarterback. He's not good.
Whoa! Let We're talking about the draft. We're talking about the draft.
Steelers at 20. They don't actually have anybody right now because they're
Yeah,
Rodgers.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
So,
but
like-
if it played out appropriately, maybe. But like, I don't even think the Steelers had Ty Simpson on their radar.
Yeah,
Nah, 'cause they
you
were-
might think that, but remember, we are basing
We're
our
fans.
knowledge.
We're fans.
Yeah, we're basing
But-
our knowledge off of other insiders' knowledge who
But
don't even have the whole picture.
But
So
you're right. But my take
Ty
on
Simpson's a dude. He's a dude.
I don't disagree
And
with you.
his dad's has been a college football coach for
His whole
20
life.
some
Yeah,
years.
yeah. So-
Like, dude, the guy's good. He's just only like he's a little bit small, and he's only had.
I'm not telling you
1
you're
year of
wrong.
college.
How about
college
that? I'm not
sports.
telling you you're wrong. That was just
And I'm
what
not
they
telling you
said.
you're wrong. I'm just painting the picture for the
Yeah,
audience here.
Absolutely. So now the Ravens,
Jalen Hurts isn't that good.
the Ravens picked the best guard there is. He's not going to be a tackle. He's going to be a guard, and you know what that means. Derrick Henry
Right.
and
Triple option, read option,
Lamar
this guy-
speed
Jackson.
option,
This
triple
dude
option.
is fast.
He's
he can
nasty.
pull. He can move, and he's just a big body. Love that. Love that idea. Let's see here. The Bucks pick Ruben Bain,
That was best player available.
best
right there.
player
Yeah.
available for sure. Edge. He'll help him out. Blake Miller, offensive tackle. Got to protect the Sonic and whoever they picked up now. Pacheco. I don't even know what their new.
This is a Dan Campbell pick right there.
Oh yeah, for
because
sure.
like his grade's not very good. I think everybody's probably thinking that they reached, but that's Dan Campbell seeing. Yeah, that's my kind of player. Bring it. Bring it up.
Jesse said that was a weak pick. Oh wow, he said dude's gonna be bagging groceries.
Jesse, unfortunately, I can't watch your comments and go down my list at the same time.
Don't worry,
But
Jesse, I'll advocate for you, buddy.
but then you also have the defensive tackle Caleb Banks. You know that the Vikings need to shore up that defense. The Panthers.
It's an ignorant comment, Jesse.
Yeah.
The Panthers, going offensive tackle. I understand that too.
We're gonna talk about this.
The Eagles
trade.
going with Lemon. Okay.
Okay, let's go. Finally,
It's a good trade. This guy's a dude.
Dude,
So,
I mean,
who's out?
But
Did you
Who's
see
out?
the
AJ
glasses
Brown.
Lemon
AJ
was
Who's
wearing?
out?
AJ Brown is going to get traded today or tomorrow.
I don't believe. I want to believe you, and I can sit behind
Why
that.
would you have having three receivers on your roster
Think about
that
it.
can all be number ones? Is
I can't imagine they're keeping AJ Brown.
he's going to command too much money.
Well, did anybody just like watch what happened the last year with him and the Eagles and Jalen Hurts?
Oh yeah.
That relationship's done.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no.
I know that they can say, "Oh, you don't know what's happening inside," all you want to, but AJ Brown was not receiving any targets. And what do number one wide receivers want more than wins?
Targets.
And he was not receiving any targets most of the year because quarterback's not that.
You know
good.
what?
But,
You know what? 49ers, listen to me. I know we have some age.
AJ Brown.
Throw that second round pick, the number one pick in the
And then
second
next year's
round,
version-
and get AJ Brown. No way I'm throwing another first out there.
No, not for AJ Brown.
No,
All right.
I mean maybe a 2 and a 3, but not a
We'll
one.
see.
Anyways,
We'll see.
on to
This Jalen Hurts slander must be stopped. Next week, Monday, this Jalen Hurts slander will be stopped.
It won't
Hey,
be.
did you know
It won't be stopped because
Did
we
you-
have Jack Stats
Next week,
on here on Monday.
Next week, this Jalen Hurts
Anyways.
slander will be stopped.
So you see what the glasses that Makai Lemon was wearing when he got picked?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh,
It-
motion.
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 All right, all right.
bro.
So on as we move through this, the Steelers pick up an offensive tackle. Great guy. They said he has some work to do, but
What's his last name? Pronounce that for me. Dan.
Ian Acker? Ian Acker?
Ionacore? I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, he's an offensive tackle. So
Ionacore.
here's my play on that. They're going offense.
40.
They're going offense because they need to protect Aaron Rodgers.
They need to protect who's ever going to be back there. They don't know who's going to
Mason
be
Rudolph.
back there.
I'm
The
just
goat.
Just call back Kenny Pick. They might as well call back Kenny
I'm
Pickett at
just
that
saying,
point.
like,
hey,
you-
Super Bowl champ right there.
when you're
Hey.
looking at some of these
Got a
things,
ring.
they're like, okay, best available, but how do we get Aaron back for one more season? we have to protect him.
And you need someone for him to throw the ball to.
Sure.
Well,
There's,
they traded for Michael Pittman.
Oh, okay.
oh yeah,
Well,
they got a dude.
Pittman
They got
and
a dude.
Metcalf.
They need another one
Mm.
and a backfield.
Who did
What?
they have in the backfield? Yeah,
Did
they
you
do-
not
they,
hear that? They have Metcalf and Pittman.
Oh, I forgot they had Metcalf. My
They
fault.
probably need.
forgot.
They probably do need another back.
I think they need a
'cause have
backfield.
Jalen Warren, and I don't think Gainwell's
Is it
coming back there.
Or is it Connor?
No, Connor's been gone a long
Okay.
time, buddy. He's
So-
been gone a long time.
All right, fast forward to the
They cycle around because the corner used to play for the Cards.
so
they used to cycle.
yeah,
the
he got hurt last
the
year.
Chargers picked Akeem Mesidor. I don't know much about him other than
He
he's
was opposite of Ruben Bain last year from Miami.
Oh,
he was
so
really good.
those two dudes,
Yeah,
they were
he
the
was really
wrecking
good.
crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mesidor
So-
is I guess Bain's a little more power. Mesidor's
speed.
Finesse.
a little bit, a little bit
further.
opposite. than
So,
that,
but in that AFC West battle, is he going to be fast enough to do it by himself?
well, they still got Khalil Mack out there,
Khalil
right?
Mack.
He's on the
He-
Chargers still, right?
No, I don't
I
think so.
think so. I don't remember.
Is he? Is he not on the Chargers?
Because wait, I don't know. I don't
I
remember.
thought he still was.
Thank you, Jesse. Thank
now
you.
let's go to the Cowboys. Malachi Lawrence, an edge rusher. I like
nothing.
it. I like it because
Yeah, he's still on the Chargers.
one, he's fast. So Malachi Lawrence was fast, and they let go of an edge rusher that was super fast. So, I think at the end of the day, that was a good pickup for them. I mean, Jerry Jones actually drafted somebody this year, 2 studs on the defense. So you Cowboys fans can be happy for once, other than those random Jerry Jones being I'm the biggest fan in the world, plus I'm the GM, plus I'm the the owner, and kind of thing. And then you have the Browns getting KC Concepcion.
That's a difference maker right there.
Absolutely, I like it. I like
He's
it.
electric.
You could see Shadur with his 70-yard bomb somewhere where he does,
he just grips and rips, bro.
Yeah, sure.
I just, yeah,
So
that's
the-
what he said.
He just grips and rips
So
like
so-
every quarterback ever.
So
Yeah.
Sean, one of the exciting whites made it on the Bears.
What?
Tiananmen.
Dylan Tiananmen.
Yeah.
Safety from Oregon. He was playing at Penn and decided that he wanted to go play against the best of the best. Really solidified himself downhill, open field tackler. Just
Playing-
boom
He's playing where?
for the Bears.
No, what'd you say before that?
Exciting white.
No, you said he was playing at Penn.
Yeah, he was. Or sorry, was it Purdue or Penn? One of those. He
It's
transferred.
Purdue.
He transferred
Yeah,
from
it's Purdue. He went to Oregon.
to Oregon.
He went from 1P to an O.
Yeah.
Went to a P to the O.
Now you look at what the Texans did. They picked up an offensive guard. Who are they protecting?
CJ Stroud.
Duh. Okay. Your Dolphins picked Chris Johnson, the
Cornerback.
cornerback. You
I've heard
needed
some
that,
good
yeah.
things about him.
I see.
Low
I've
key,
heard some good things.
because you know where we gave up most of our yards last year.
Over
In
the top.
air.
Over the top.
You know, they took the top off every game for us. Every
Yeah,
game.
every
And
time.
just that's all it was. Yeah.
4-4-40.
Yeah,
Yeah, fast.
Hey, hopefully after he gets burned, he can catch the guy now and make a tackle.
Then you look at
Good size too.
you look at the Patriots picking up another offensive tackle. This was the guy highest on the Niners board. I told you guys that if he was
Ooh.
gone, the Niners would trade out of the first round. What happened?
The Niners shit out of the first round.
They traded back, and
they're
then
picking first today.
and then they traded back again.
Oh, so they're picking first today.
Yes. So
The first players on the board are what? A
So,
basketball,
me.
a running back.
and then the Chiefs.
I'm making my
picked-
trip out to.
The Chiefs went
That's
after
crazy.
Peter Woods from Clemson.
Yeah.
The defensive
I like
tackle. You like it?
Yeah, man. Another big body in
Some,
the middle. Help out.
Some Jonesy helps
Yeah.
some Jonesy.
Yeah.
Some opposite, just some action there, just
Man.
some
I mean, he used like
hole
this
stoppers.
this was probably more like a year ago or two before this past season. He kind of had a down year this past year, but he was like a top 15 projected pick like a year or two ago. So his skills are there. I just don't like all of Clemson had a bad year. this past. So all Clemson's player, like, because they were supposed to be top 10 in the top 5 in the country this past year, and they just were terrible. Like everything broke down for Clemson this past year. So all their player stock kind of tanked. So, but he was one of the dudes who was projected pretty high. So.
So then now we look at the Seahawks picking up the K9 replacement, Jadarian Price. The only thing that they said he has to work on is his key times with fumbles, which I mean you can figure that out.
He's a dude,
beast.
Though,
he's
yeah.
a beast.
Like,
I mean,
the only reason he didn't go off as much last year is because Jeremiah Love was
yeah,
also.
absolutely. So
And that's the whole reason Notre Dame went as far as they did last year, and the I guess they didn't make the college football playoff.
But I feel like who did he play for? Penn State? No? Okay, well.
Jadarian Price?
No, and Love. Where is he at?
Jeremiah Love?
Notre Dame.
Yeah,
Okay,
they both played. They both played for Notre Dame. They both went in the first round.
That's crazy, bro. 'Cause
yeah,
I'm pretty
not
sure
that
like
I'm gonna project something crazy, but wouldn't it be funny if Jennings Dunker ended up on the 49ers?
It'd be great.
I mean, that's pretty high of a pick, but
him and George Kittle on the same team.
Oh my goodness!
Excellent.
Well, you guys get the first pick, so the world is your oyster.
Yeah, I think both Dunker and Jones are projected like late second round.
Y'all need an O tackle, an edge, a receiver, a center, and a safety.
Yeah. The best overall right now is they're calling it Zion Young.
12-5. They're in the NFC West.
As far as top safeties, you got Emmanuel McNeil Warren. I mean, you just look at some of those things that these are all projections, and we have no idea who they've interviewed or talked to. I mean, social media can only do so much and stuff like that. But I do want to point out something that they made very known last night is that
the attendance,
all but one person in the green room got called.
Dang.
All but one. How dope is that? That's a pretty cool projection. I mean, Vegas odds on that's different.
That's actually I'd be kind of sad.
Well, for the one guy,
yeah.
Sure. I mean, but when you look at that, you know, some of those guys get to sit there like Mr. Mayonnaise, who dropped way down. You know who I'm talking about?
Negative.
Do you know who I'm talking about with Mr. Mayo for the Titans? Quarterback, no longer in the league.
Yeah, Will Levis.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, Mr. Mayo. I put mayonnaise on everything.
Oh, that's not where I was going with that.
But
just white.
but yeah, like you think about all those guys who are like projected number ones, and then actually it comes down to it. You know, I thought that was super cool.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I want to see. I really am interested in how this first round pick is going to work out for the Raiders, because obviously as a first pick of the draft, if you're a quarterback, like your ceiling, like the expectation for you is so high. Like it's so high for you.
Have you seen how cool as a cucumber he is? Dude, this guy his words are synergetically. They are.
Who are you talking about?
Fernando Mendoza.
Oh.
You can hey, I'm not saying it's impossible. I just want to see. I'm not counting them out.
1 second. Jesse said, "What Alabama quarterback in the last 15 years has been worth you know what besides the guy in Philly?" You talking about Jalen Hurts,
yes,
who's
Super Bowl champ in the last 5 years, been twice.
Who's an Oklahoma quarterback, not
yeah,
an Alabama quarterback.
You're right.
Well,
he went to Bama. No, he went there.
Yeah, guess who beat him out?
But he didn't claim it.
Or to a conclusion beat him out.
Tua turned the ball over Tagovailoa.
To a concussion.
Yeah, to a conclusion.
Tua turned the ball over.
And then Jalen Hurts transferred to Oklahoma, went off, and then he got drafted in that.
His camera. You're just
round.
half facing Sean. You're just getting so excited eating your mic.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
because didn't Jalen Hurts go to Ohio State for a little bit too?
No, he was out about Alabama and then Oklahoma for a year, because there was 3 straight years where Oklahoma with Lincoln Riley, Oklahoma just picked up a transfer, and they went off because Lincoln Riley's offense,
Just made for anybody.
insane. Yeah,
Just
like
made for
Baker went off, and then he went out and picked up Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray went off on a Heisman, then he went out and picked up Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts didn't win a Heisman, but
Oh, Bryce. Who is Bryce Young?
Bryce Young's doing well. He had
He's
a good
picking
year
it
last
up.
year. He
He's
had a good
picking it
year
up.
last year.
I'll give it to him.
Yeah,
I'll
Bryce
say.
Young.
I feel like every rookie should be.
I mean, Mac Jones. Honestly, he's had an okay career. He hasn't been great, but
I feel that any quarterback, every rookie should be truly judged after year 4, because that's the end of their rookie contract.
sure.
That's like senior year. That's like, all right, does this guy going to make it in the league? Yes or no? Like, that's how I feel like they should be
Well, and
judged.
they're gonna get, and if they're a quarterback, they're gonna get that leash too.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah,
if they're a
but-
first round quarterback,
100%.
Yeah.
Like, Mendoza, bro, can't do no wrong. Like, for the first 8 games, he can't do no wrong.
oh yeah,
He's not going to do no wrong because, number one, he already set the kind of character he has, set the play style that he's going to play with.
yeah.
So that's the one thing I'm kind of looking forward to, because I know that I've read and seen the kind of guy he is. So I'm kind of excited, but I'm also kind of see, like, matter of fact,
It's weird.
Let's see who they play.
The knocks on him is just like, oh, his numbers weren't really that good, or they won a lot of close games against not great teams. I'm like, dude, he won a national championship. What are we talking about here?
But you want,
know?
like, but you want.
Oh, and then everybody thinks he's like super like cringy wise, and they're like, that's not going to translate.
Oh,
to
it's
a
100%.
NFL locker room. I was like,
No, he's cringy.
I don't know,
That
man.
don't matter, but he's cringy.
yeah, but
Don't matter.
like it. Clearly, he's got his boys in the locker room fired up. I mean, they're not winning a national championship if they all hate him. And then same thing
No.
is like he went to his Heisman ceremony and half the team showed up for him out there too. It's
But
like,
and I get that, bro. But like, we also have to understand that's college. Like, it is college. At a certain point, we have to remember that.
guys don't grow up that much. Do they put a new jersey on and get paid a little bit more money? They don't grow up. Have you seen what these people do with their money?
That's different.
And
though.
with women?
That's
Like, let's be real, man. Don't tell me that these dudes in the NFL are way different from guys in college, man.
I'm not. Saying,
I'm 26. I'm not that much different than I was when I was 22
I'm not.
mentally.
100%. You're a lot different.
I mean,
Come on.
let's
100%
have.
'Cause I
let
know
me,
I
let me
am.
just have a clip here, okay? I'm 5 years old inside.
Yeah.
I,
I mean,
still think
guy-
farts
guy-
are funny.
Guys
and
are
my
dudes,
nephew
man.
says I'll never be 6 years old until I get past that.
Yeah, I
But I'm not saying, like, you know what? I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is, like, I'm not saying it's going to be bad. That's going to be a hard change for him. I'm not saying that. But if you're going to sit here and tell me that it's the same, you're wrong.
well, I'm not saying it's the same. I'm
And-
just saying I don't think it's as much different as everybody's saying it is.
What, the league and college sports?
The mentality of a locker room is what
Okay,
I'm
okay,
talking
I agree.
about. Because
Okay, I'll do it.
we're talking about what Mendoza's effects on a locker room and how he would lead people. And people watch his like post game interviews and his sound bites and are like, "Oh man, the NFL team's not going to put up with it." I was like, "What do you mean? He's just a positive dude, and he cares about his faith."
Mm.
Like, I don't know how's that much different than CJ Stroud doing what he's doing, man. CJ Stroud maybe doesn't like say it in the same way, but it's the same kind of concept. And CJ Stroud has that locker room behind him, you know. And they just say he's cringe, which is
Just-
whatever. Like, yeah,
to
he
me,
looks a little cringe,
it's
but that's
personal
what
opinion.
that's what he says into the microphone after the game. Not we don't know what he's going into the locker
Well,
room and
yeah,
saying.
that's-
And what
that's-
is he? Was he like day to day at practice?
Yeah,
You
that's just
know,
my personal opinion, though. He
I
couldn't
will
lead me
throw
to
out
drink water.
I will throw out something else.
JK.
I really enjoyed seeing the players glorify God
100%.
and during their interviews.
Yeah.
Like I really think that was awesome.
I just know we go to Las Vegas this year, and I'm letting you know, if the Dolphins beat Mendoza, it's up. It's up. I don't care
You can't say if.
when.
Exactly. Put it in the universe like that if that's what you're going to
I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's not gonna have any purpose to Sean. It's not gonna have any care to Sean. But I just know.
Oh, it will have a care to me. Want to know why? Because I don't like the Raiders.
Hey,
And I love Malik Willis, man.
Malik Willis starting quarterback day one. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so I have to get to Neighbors United. It's the
Dave,
event is tomorrow.
Dave.
So if we want to close it down, or you guys can figure out how to shut it off
Supreme
leader.
or you guys can figure out how to shut it down when I leave.
Well, it's not hard to shut it down. Just press.
Yeah, you say press stop. Anyways,
No.
all right.
I don't know, Sean. It's up to you if you want to keep going. Because if you want to leave, I'm not sure if you want to leave this up to me and Sean.
We can shut it down.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Go sit in the sauna for a while.
Oh.
Take a dump, probably. It's on my
It's on your
Can you lead
list
us
of
in
things to
prayer?
do.
yeah.
Can you lead us in prayer, please?
Sure. It's just human nature.
By the way, Sheldon, if you're watching, I hope you duff a chip 20 yards out.
Sheldon, I hope you hit an eagle on a par 5 today.
That would be awesome too. We would
Like,
never hear the end of that.
albatross.
No, I would. We would never.
Yeah.
And that's okay though. That's okay.
I really don't hope he duffs it. You know, he's been working hard on his game. So
Yeah, man. I hope you
hope
do.
he's
really-
having fun.
I hope you're at least having fun and doing well, Sheldon. You can at least tune in and at least leave a comment.
All right, I'm going to read from Luke 3. In the 15th year of the reign of Tiberius Caesar, Pontius Pilate being governor of Judea, and Herod being tetrarch of Galilee, and his brother Philip tetrarch of the region of Iturea and Trachonitis. Okay. And Lysanias, tetrarch of Abilene. During the high priesthood of Annas and Caiaphas, the word of God came to John, the son of Zechariah, in the wilderness, and he went into all the region around the Jordan, proclaiming a baptism of repentance for the forgiveness of sins, as it is written in the book of the words of Isaiah the prophet, the voice of one crying in the wilderness, prepare the way of the Lord. Make his path straight, every valley shall be filled, every mountain and hill shall be made low, and the crooked shall become straight, and the rough places shall become level ways, and the flesh shall see the salvation of God. He said, therefore, to the crowds that came out to be baptized by him, you brood of vipers, who warned you to flee from the wrath to come? Bear fruits in keeping with repentance, and do not begin to say to yourselves, we have Abraham as our father, for I tell you, God is able to, from these stones, to raise up children for Abraham. Even now the axe is laid to the root of the trees. Every tree, therefore, that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. And the crowds asked him, what then shall we do? And he answered them, whoever has 2 tunics is to share with him who has none. Whoever has food is to do likewise. Tax collectors also came to him to be baptized and said to him, Teacher, what shall we do? And he said to them, collect no more than you are authorized to do. Soldiers also asked him, and we, what shall we do? And he said to them, do not extort money from anyone by threats or by false accusation, and be content in your wages. Lord, thank you for this day. You're a creator. You are sovereign over everything, Lord. You are most of all a Savior, saving us, laying down your life for us, Lord. And we deserve none of it, but your love overcomes our shortcomings. Your love and your sacrifice overcomes our sin and overcomes our transgressions against you, Lord. And thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for the fact that we can still worship you. We can come and run to the throne room to talk to you. We don't have to do it through a proxy. We don't have to do it through someone else. We can come straight to you, Lord, into the throne room and pray and talk and have a relationship with you, Lord. I pray that we reflect you in our daily lives better and better each day. Though we will continually never be perfect, we can continue to try and stay in communion with you, stay in constant communication with you to grow to be better and better Christians and better lights to the world, Lord. In your glorious name we pray, Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Well, that's it for Season 2, Episode 23, First Round Review. You guys have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you on Monday.